Merci de nous retrouver dans la Web TV. It's a great pleasure to receive my next guest here. You know really well the Africa CEO Forum. His name is Kuseni Dlamini. Welcome.
Thank you. It's
to
a great
this area.
great pleasure to be here. It's a fantastic area.
Yes.
Very nice indeed. Yeah.
You're the chairman of the board of the South African Mass Market Holding, but you also serve as the chairman of the JSE, Listen Aspen Pharmacare Holding. Thank you to be there. You know very well this event, this Africa CEO Forum. You used to be there. I would like to know, my first question is just to have your first impression about this edition 2 years after this break.
Yeah, the 2-year break has been a very long break without us having to meet and see each other in person. And it's really exciting to be back here in Abidjan and reconnect with old friends and also make new friends. And I see this forum, especially the 2022 edition, really to be more remarkable because I think it's got the highest attendance ever. And it just shows that this forum is growing from strength to strength each year. And to me, that's a good sign, especially because a few years ago, the Africa Continental Free Trade Area was signed, and now we need to operationalize it, we need to execute it. The only way of making it happen is if you bring business people together so that they can start talking, explore opportunities to invest together, to trade with each other, and Africa can only benefit from more intra-African trade, which is private sector driven, but also with the public sector playing an enabling role to facilitate investment and facilitate trade and create the right policies that attract and retain local and international investment into Africa.
Each edition has its specialty, special touch, special topics also. Which one marked you the most? You've been to Kigali, you've been to Geneva, second time in Abidjan.
So I think this one is unique because the 2022 edition happening here in Abidjan is important because it's happening within the context of Africa having to rebuild from the ashes of the COVID pandemic, the worst pandemic that the world has seen in over 100 years. So Africa has to really partner, collaborate, cooperate in order to rebuild faster, rebuild better, build back better from the ashes of COVID. And this is exciting in the sense that we're seeing a lot of interest in more domestic-driven industrialization. We're seeing a lot of interest in more investment in African manufacturing. There's talk of more self-reliance, self-dependence at the forum that was happening now. I think this is the right time. We need to look at industrialization strategies and policies that really make Africa to modernize its industrial base, diversify its industrial base so that it can be a net exporter rather than a net importer of pharmaceutical products, for example, telecoms products, net exporter of cars produced in Africa. Most of the cars that are driven in Africa, they're not produced in Africa, and they're not produced by companies owned by Africans. We need companies that are owned by Africans producing cars in Africa, exporting those cars to the world, just like the Japanese are exporting cars to every part of the world. So we should do the same. It's possible.
Yes, it's possible. And as a South African, the Africa CEO Forum never been to the South area. What do you think could be attract this kind of event in this area in South Africa? Because you used to come in West Africa, and it's also interesting to rebuild the connection up to the barrier of the language, whatever could be the frontier. What is the main thing or the specificity of your area to bring the Africa CEO Forum to your area?
Southern Africa has got a lot of pockets of excellence that it can share with the rest of Africa. So I think the next chapter should seriously be considered to be held in Southern Africa. I've been in West Africa a number of times, and the language is not a barrier. The language is an opportunity to learn, to diversify our linguistic base. And it's important that Africa moves beyond the Anglophone, Francophone divide because we are one people, we are one continent. We've got to collaborate. Just like the European Union, they're not divided by the fact that the Germans speak German, the Italians speak Italian, the French speak French, and others speak other languages. I mean, we should look beyond the language divides and start building one economy, one regional economic bloc that trades more with each other, invests more within each other, and build people-to-people relationships as well.
Absolutely. I guess you will be there at the opening ceremony. and the President Alassane Ouattara talked about several important measures also, and the private sector is engaged with the public sector. So as a chairman for you, what is the main message you remain to this intervention to the President or to Amir Benyamin during the opening ceremony?
So I think the main message for us is really to have very clear regional and national economic strategies and policies that are not just good on paper, but that are executed in order to create jobs for the young people, create economic opportunities for women, and create more jobs for all Africans that need jobs, modernize our infrastructure, build our digital capabilities, build our healthcare sector, make sure that the minerals that are mined in Africa are beneficiated in Africa and create more jobs in Africa, and a trigger for industrialization of Africa. That Africans have to take ownership of their economic destiny. They've got to reclaim their economic sovereignty so that they are not dependent on other continents and other countries.
More than ever now, because there are a lot of things changing. Thank you so much for your presence here. We really enjoy and
thank you very much.
Help to support again the Africa Seal Forum.
Thank you. Let me find casino now. My next appointment. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Very, very good to chat.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nous étions donc avec Kuseni Dlamini sur cette intervention qui nous laisse pour quelques minutes, et on va retrouver d'autres invités dans cette séquence des 10 Years with Us au Africa Seal Forum. On se retrouve pour la Web TV avec d'autres rendez-vous. À tout à l'heure, ne bougez pas. Merci.